it. And I assured Brandon, it's scary now and you're in jail, but you will get a judge, you will be released, and we will fight this. They wanted to put Brandon in prison for years. For years. And the struggle we had is we knew he would never get a fair trial in D.C. The judge and the juries there are part of the swamp. So this was a real threat to Brandon, and I'm the reason you didn't hear from him for a year, because I told him to keep his mouth shut. I said, if you say anything, they're recording it and they're going to use it at your trial. So you gotta stay quiet. And I want you to know that it killed him. He would call me always. I need to say something like, keep your mouth shut. I cannot let you go to prison. Okay, that is my job, is to keep you out of prison. So I have to tell you, so my background, just so you guys know, I don't bill myself as a criminal defense attorney. I actually don't do a lot of criminal defense work. I'm a former prosecutor. I was an assistant U.S. attorney right here in the Central District of California. I'm a former federal prosecutor. And what happened with Brandon scared me, because I have never seen the Department of Justice be used by the left as a weapon. They have weaponized our institutions of government because the left, these Marxists, they cannot win at the ballot box. They cannot win in the forum of ideas and free speech. So they have to use force to get their way. And they have taken control of our institutions, and they're using the FBI, the DOJ, to accomplish their objectives. And when we take back the House in November, and we have a Republican majority, this has to be the #1 issue. They have to open up hearings, subpoenas, everything they're doing on J6 committee has to be flipped around on them. And when they don't comply with the subpoena, they need to be locked up. And we have to reform the FBI, the DOJ, because they have to remember, power rests with the people. And it is loaned to them. They do not loan it to us. So we must reclaim our power, and we will do that in November. Now, I will keep this short because I know you still have a lot of speakers, but you guys are really important. Most people are uninvolved, unengaged because they're turned off by politics. You have to talk to your neighbors and your friends and educate them and make sure they know who they're voting for. Do not let them vote for a Marxist. Do not let them vote for a Democrat in California. Let them know there's another way. You do not have to pay $6 gas. You do not have to pay these ridiculous high taxes. Send people into office who are going to change this. And I left my job as a prosecutor. I walked away so I could run for state assembly. And that's what I'm doing. So with the right elected officials and with the people behind us, we will take back our country. Thank you, Brandon, and welcome back. Walk away.
With Whitney Houston. I saw a couple of you trying to do some runs, and I was like, let's just let Whitney handle it today. Let's just let Whitney handle it today. Listen, I had no idea what to expect today. To be perfectly honest, I kept telling my team, I'm going to hope for 12 people. I said, I'll settle for 9, but I'm going to hope for 12. And here's why. Because I recognize that we have our work cut out for us rebuilding the walkaway movement. We've been kicked back a few squares, no doubt about it. But make no mistake, we are coming back. Walkaway is coming back. Almost a year and a half ago, the FBI raided my apartment. They came at the crack of dawn, got me out of bed, and put me in handcuffs. They took me to jail, and the remaining 6 or 7 agents presented me with a search warrant. They began taking my property. They began taking my computer, my phone, my iPad, my hard drives, my thumb drives, my clothing, my camera equipment. Meanwhile, I was put in a black car, and I was taken to jail. I spent 2.5 days sitting in a jail cell with no knowledge beyond the fact, come on over here, everybody come join us. Come on, Patriots, I want to see each and every one of you. I spent 2.5 days in a jail cell with no knowledge other than the fact that I was facing, as they told me, multiple felony charges for the 8 minutes that I stood on the east side of the Capitol steps. I did not go inside of the Capitol on January 6th. I was never accused of going inside of the Capitol on January 6th. In fact, the DOJ made it quite clear that they knew I didn't enter the building. They also made it quite clear that they knew that I didn't engage in any violence, vandalism, theft, or destruction. As far as I know, I am the only person who was arrested who was charged with a felony of being on restricted grounds, which is to say the steps of the Capitol. I'd like to let you know that Jane Fonda I should have saved her name for the end so I could have gotten through this. A Hollywood actress, who I shall name later, went on the steps of the Capitol 5 Fridays in a row to protest climate change. She was arrested. Yes! Yes! Let's keep that going. She was arrested 5 Fridays in a row. She repeated the same crime as I committed 5 Fridays in a row. She was arrested 5 weeks in a row, and each week had her charges dropped. The Black Lives Matter movement and the Antifa, violent anarchists in this country who destroyed cities, neighborhoods, businesses, through the 2020 Summer of Love, more than 90% of these people had all of their charges dropped for everything that they did. As far as I know, not one single January 6th defendant has had their charges dropped. None, as far as I'm aware of. And I would guess that none of them will. But I digress. For 2.5 days, I sat in a jail cell. And all I knew was that I was facing multiple felony charges for what I had done on January 6th. Joe Biden had become president 5 days before they arrested me. The Democrats were now in full control of the federal government, and I'm Brandon Strauch, the person running around the country telling everyone to leave the Democratic Party. So I'm sitting in my jail cell, and I'm thinking to myself, they're going to charge me with treason. They're going to charge me with terrorism. They're going to charge me with insurrection. Yes! Yes! And I truly believed that I would never see freedom again. I 100% honest to God, truly believed. I thought to myself, they're going to extradite me to D.C. I'm going to face these charges of treason, terrorism, you name it. I'm going to be found guilty by a D.C. judge and jury. And I'm going to spend decades in prison. I thought, I'm never going to see my grandmother again. I'm never going to see my parents again. I started thinking about all of the things in my life that I wanted to do in the future that I would never be able to do. And things that we take for granted. I thought to myself, I'm never going to see the moon in the sky. I'm never going to see stand in the sunshine ever again. And honest to God, I'm not just saying this to butter you guys up, but I thought I would never see you again.
We're here.
And I want to tell you how much it means to me that for the first time since the FBI raided my house almost 1.5 years ago, I'm standing before you beautiful people looking into your eyes. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm not battered. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not bruised. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not hurt. I'm not going to pretend like parts of me aren't crushed. But what I am going to tell you is I am not destroyed by any stretch of the imagination. I know that many of you are looking around at what's happening in our country right now, and you're thinking to yourselves, how the hell are we ever going to overcome this? With yes! 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 When you look at the radicalization that is being pushed in every aspect of our culture, in your children's classrooms, in the left-wing media, on social media, in academia, and now, we're not just fighting social justice, we're fighting criminal justice. This is what they want. They want us to be afraid. I want you to reflect upon everything that I've been through in the last year and a half. I was raided, I was jailed, I was lied about, I was decimated in the media, I was made to confess to things that I did not do. I was convicted, I was put under house arrest, I am now on 3 years of probation, I have been fined, I have been humiliated, but I'm not giving up. And here's all I ask of you in return, that if I'm not giving up, promise me that you won't give up either. Louder, louder. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. All right. That's what I like to hear. Listen, we have our work cut out for us. It's a long road ahead. But here's what I can tell you right now. Here's what I can promise you. We're going to be continuing to do live events around the country. This is the very first walkaway event in a year and a half. But I think what's going to be the most meaningful thing for all of you to know right now is that my team and I have not forgotten that at the heart and soul of the walkaway movement, the most important thing is the testimonial campaign. And that community and all of the people who came together to make videos and write written testimonials and tell their stories about why they can no longer abide by the Democratic Party, why they can no longer abide by the left-wing media, they can no longer abide by the ideology of liberalism or leftism or progressivism or communism or Marxism or whatever the hell we're calling it now. It's all just synonyms for the same word, which is anarchy designed to destroy the values of America and our freedom. We will not let them take it. We will not let them have it. Walk Away is the movement that is going to save America, and we are coming back. So while trying to navigate our way through a legal nightmare, an absolute hell which is not over, by the way, but as my team and I were navigating through a legal nightmare and all of the cancellation and destruction that was done to the Walkaway organization, we still had our eye on the prize, and we still knew that the most important thing in the world was to bring back that testimonial campaign and the community of patriots across the country to walk away. And so we have been working for the last year with a tech development company to create our own platform, which we will be launching later this year, called Walkaway Social. Walkaway Social will be a social platform that functions very similarly to Facebook. Once you get on there, you're going to feel like you're still on Facebook, but with a couple key differences. Number one, it's not owned by Mark Zuckerberg. It's owned by us. And number two, this is a platform designed specifically for the walkaway community. We are not looking to replace Facebook or Twitter or Getter or Truth Social. We are literally just building a social platform for video and written testimonials where you can join, you can create a profile, you can join the testimonial group, you can join your state group, you can join discussion groups and be a part of the walkaway community without ever having to open Facebook ever again and without fear of facing cancellation or suppression from big tech. We are taking the power of Walkaway back into our own hands, and we are very excited to be bringing that to you later this year in the coming months. So be looking out for that. Keep your eye on that. I just want you to know we have not forgotten that the heart and soul of Walkaway at the end of the day is you, the patriots and the community of people who are walking with and walking away. And with that... Walk away! 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 Walk away!
What's going on? This is your boy Ryan. I hope you enjoyed that video, and thanks again for all your love and support, and I hope to create more videos that you enjoy, that's entertaining and it's funny as well. Also, I just wanted to show that we have new product in store. I know it's been a while, but we got new product because people have been asking, and this meme is just on fire. It's literally everywhere. Sports, entertainment, in the media, even though we don't like the media, it's just everywhere. You can't get past it. Yes, we're talking about the meme, the Let's Go Brandon meme. It's getting shouted out in sports arenas, in rallies, in the work office. People are just talking about it nonstop. It's the funniest meme of 2020 in my belief, and you can now wear it proudly with a Be Like Water logo, Let's Go Brandon. And of course, in the back, we got the MAGA. We got MAGA in the back, as you can see, nice bold letters, so let people know which team you're rooting for. Hopefully in 2024, we're going to see the man come back, the comeback tour. But yes, thanks again for all your support. If you want to check it out, check out that link right there. I'll also put in the description a link to where to get these items. We got sweaters, male tees, women's tees, every color, any size. Thanks again. This is your boy Ryan. Love and peace. Thanks again for all the support.